Yo, what's up, everyone? I'm JD.
And I'm Earthworm.
And this is the Anime Brothers Podcast.
Welcome.
Yes, and to really get us started off, I would like to ask, how are you today, Earthworm?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good. A couple things on my mind from episode 1.
Ooh, okay.
I figured people might want to know why I have such a stupid nickname.
I think it's a nice
It's not. It's not. I think it's stupid.
Okay.
So the origin story of that is JD and I, we're kind of Chads. We like sports. We play flag football in the summertime.
Yeah.
So apparently when I run, I look like the video game character Earthworm Jim.
High knees all day.
Yeah, high knees, like straight back. Apparently it's like uncanny.
Yeah.
I've never watched myself run, so I don't know. But I got to take their word for it. So for the past like 3 years, I've been being called Earthworm for like 6 months out of the year.
Yep.
So it's just comfortable with us.
I don't have the same thing. I have no nickname.
No, we just call you JD.
Yeah.
It's his initials. If you couldn't figure that one out,
Yeah.
good luck
Simple.
figuring out his name. The search is on. No one gives a shit. No. How are you, JD? What's going on, dude?
A lot of things going on for me.
Yeah.
Not really, but in a way. I was telling you earlier about episode 1. We were talking about, you just said about your episode 1. I wanted to further that. I said I was in Naruto and I was around like 45, episodes 40. I was wrong, and I'm still on the grind, and I'm not going to lie, I'm now starting to see what they're talking about with this filler.
Yeah.
This filler shit's crazy.
A lot of it.
Yeah, and it's been kind of dragging me down a little bit. The hype moments were so good. It was so good, and then it just got worse.
Yeah.
But we're hoping to bust back up, so I'm feeling a little down right now, and
You're having that anime lull of just...
Yeah, I see all these other animes passing me by, just waving out the window like, you're missing your chance, bud.
Man, I get that. That. Because I've told you before, like, for whatever reason, as much as I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, for some reason, I just have to take a break.
You watch it in parts.
Yeah, I watch it in parts, but, like, in the middle of part 3, I had to stop and take a break. I watched, like, Elfen Lied and maybe another, like, 12-episode anime. I can't remember. But I just had to take a JoJo break.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm in the middle of a JoJo break right now. I'm in the middle of part 4. But I'm watching a few other things. I wanted to start Naruto. Me and my girlfriend were watching Black Clover right now.
I still give you props for doing this. See, I can't multitask like that. I have to. It's like you said, you got to complete it,
Yeah. Most of the time it's like that. But, like, JoJo... I don't know. I love it. It's everything about it is so ridiculous. It's awesome. But I need to take a break and not get burned out.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the ridiculousness. I don't know. And I love the parts. I love everything about it. It's just for some reason.
I've seen some of the parts.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my God. Yeah. I showed JD the tongue, the Kikyoin tongue the other day.
Oh,
dude. Classic. Should have won an Emmy.
I don't know about that.
I think it should have.
Look, it's good. It's ridiculous, but I don't know.
It should have won a Grammy for best fucking
Grammy.
album, dude.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, damn.
All right. So the time has come, Earthworm. We're going to talk about Hunter x Hunter. That's what episode 2 is all about. This is why we're here. The discussion of Hunter x Hunter right now. And I guess I'll just start it out. Like, do you love Hunter x Hunter?
JD, I fucking love Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I absolutely love this anime. I can't express to you how much I love this anime.
The good thing is that we're basically going to discuss a bunch of things, what we think are the best parts, where it all started and all that. But my question to you is, when you first watched Hunter x Hunter, like the first episode, like just looking at it, like before you even started, let's say, you just looked at the title, you kind of saw the picture, the character right in the front. What did you think? What do you think it was going to be?
Nothing like it was. I thought it was the classic shonen, like, I had read about the dude looking for his dad. So it's like, all right, he's got a goal, whatever. But no, I did not think it was going to be such an intelligent, organic show.
I thought it was going to be about just hunting monsters.
I thought there was going to be a lot more hunting. I thought it was going to be
hunting.
like the Naruto mission type feel. I thought it was going to be...
How many monsters were hunted in this?
2, maybe.
I counted the fish at the beginning.
Yeah.
But that's the only monster I could think of. I mean, really, but other than that, yeah, that's what I thought.
No, but it turned into a series not so much about the act of hunting, but like what hunting entails.
Yeah, the whole system.
Yeah, like what you need, how you have to think
Yeah.
to be a hunter, you know? Because like anything in battle shonen, like battle tactics and stuff, you could look at that as hunting.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to defeat the enemy in hunting. You're trying to get the upper hand on, well, I guess the enemy would be whatever you're hunting.
Right, yeah.
You know, if it's a deer or whatever, you're trying to get the upper hand on a deer who's got way better senses than you.
Right.
And that's a theme I like about Hunter x Hunter. It's not Dragon Ball Z, the biggest muscles and the strongest power
Who's
level.
the next villain?
Yeah, who's the next villain? And you don't have to be the strongest to win.
Yeah.
There's plenty of examples in this show where people win using strategy, and I think that's really important for a show to have, because if it's just based on getting stronger and beating the next guy, then it loses a lot of its appeal after a few episodes.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Dragon Ball Z made it last a long time, but I mean, even you and me are just kind of over Super.
Yeah.
At this point. I mean,
I watched the whole thing, and it was like, God.
No, I watched some of the Goku Black, and I mean, you know, it is what it is. But we're getting on a tangent here about Dragon Ball Super.
It aggravates us, yeah.
That's a whole different episode.
No, but either way, yeah, it was a really, for me, the intro and all that, it was a lot different than I thought it was going to be. And you told me about this adventure. You said you're not gonna dislike it and all that stuff. And from the get go, I was entertained. It was an adventure, and I love adventure shit. I like, you know.
And it was an adventure to the truest degree, I think, because it was all the stuff they went through. It's not like they went through it because of the plot.
Yeah.
It's like it felt organic. I guess that's the best.
And you
word
knew
I
every
use.
character had their own lives.
Yeah, like
for sure. Things were going on.
Exactly.
You weren't always falling gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not to skip ahead, because we're going to do this kind of arc by arc.
Yeah.
But like just looking at the York New City arc for a second, every character had their own motivation for being in York New.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I mean, they all planned on meeting there, but
It's like a coincidence.
yeah, but every character,
Yeah.
they all like Kurapika was looking for the Phantom Troop. The Phantom Troop was going to rob the the auction.
Yep.
Gon and Killer were there for the auction to get Greed Island.
All
So
leading up to
yeah,
Greed
but they
Island,
all meshed, and it felt like it was real.
Yeah.
You know, as real as a cartoon anime can be. You know.
Yeah. It just fell into place.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that is the York New arc. So I guess the first arc that they call is called the Hunter exam arc.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And-
what, episode 1 to like 25, right?
And that's the first one we're gonna talk about. And let me say, it's the best get go, because me, I like the tuning exams. I like any kind of tournament. I like anything like that, or just competition in general. So this whole Hunter exam arc was it was a nice 9 out of 10 for me.
Oh,
I can't give it 10. I can't give it 10 out of 10
So we're giving number ratings, huh?
for each arc.
Okay. I'm gonna have to think about
I'm
that.
giving it a 9 out of 10. I actually like the direction. I like everything. Meeting everyone, like, come on, Killua, Gon, meeting each other, like.
Yeah, especially as like an intro arc.
Yes.
It's primo, man. I mean, I think I'm with you. 9.5 out of 10. I mean,
So you go 9.5. You're starting to add halves. You're gonna do 9 3/4.
Well, you're right, because I don't know if I could call it like an absolute 10.
Yeah.
But I mean, why couldn't you? I can't really think of a reason not to call it a 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. But let's get into it. Let's get into some of the meat and potatoes of this bad boy.
Well, do you want me to just start off with like a question about it? Like, I can ask you something. What do you think about the Hunter exams?
Yeah. What do you got?
Like, well, it's not really too much big, but the meeting of Kurapika, Leorio, Leorio. I can't even say his name right.
You got it.
And Killua and all that stuff. Just the meeting of them for, like, do you feel like that was the best cast of characters? Like, in a lot of, you got Yu Yu Hakusho, they had their cast characters. Like, do you think they were, like, they're all different in their own way, but it made a perfect cast of character? Did you like it?
Liked, they all had their own individual motivation for being there.
Exactly.
And it all made sense to their character. It wasn't like they were just plopped into the Hunter exam. Why they were there, had a genuine reason for it. Killua, he was there because he wanted an escape from reality. He was so sick of his family. He was sick of his life. It was like playing a video game to him.
Yeah.
And then Gon, obviously looking for his dad, needs to take the Hunter exam.
Yep.
Kurapika needs the Hunter license to find the Phantom Troop. And
Yeah, 'cause
Leorio
he wants to
wants
avenge all his brothers.
Yeah, and Leorio wants to become a doctor. And
Yeah.
It
was the money.
Yeah,
Well,
it was the money that was
the money,
initially it, but like he knew with money that he could get through medical school and he could pay for he grew up poor, so he
He did it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no, we'll get into Leorio and how much he actually contributed to the 4. I mean, I love him as a character. I think he's cool for what he is, but holy shit, is he the Sakura of Naruto, man.
Come on. You watch it a second time and you realize he was the one making the most sense.
I mean, he was the most logical most of the times, but at the same time, like, there were plenty of times that he even screwed over the group.
He did?
Oh, yeah.
When did he really screw over the group, though? I'm trying to think.
It was when they were in, like, the prison.
Yeah.
And they were doing the, like, one-on-one battles. When they were doing the betting between the girl.
Woman. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, dude, he bet whatever fucking points he bet, too many points, just to feel her coochie.
Just to know.
Like, just to know.
I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. See, so you helped me there.
Yeah, exactly. And doing that cost them, like, 50 hours in there.
That's horrible.
And
I totally forgot about that.
Dude, they're damn lucky Killua was an absolute beast assassin. Because if he wasn't...
Killed that guy.
Dude, I don't believe that I mean, they might have had a decent chance, but no, nobody would have finished him like Killua did.
Oh my God.
I mean, he was just a force of nature. I mean, could you imagine if that guy learned Nen? Oh my God. Like, why didn't he? He could have killed everyone.
Yeah, he had nothing. He just had his hands.
He just ripped people's skulls in half.
Oh my God. Yeah, but no, that was such a great moment. I love it. And when he's holding his heart and all that shit, like...
Oh, that was so dope.
You're bringing me back there.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, either way, I'm talking about the Hunter exam, and it's just all the trials I had to go through. I found that amazing. And I don't know.
Well, it was unique. And even from like the first fucking 4 episodes, you're looking at a bunch of unique little challenges.
Yeah.
You know, like the one with the old lady and the crows. I know you loved the crows.
I do.
But I thought that was a super interesting challenge because you're assuming that one of the 2 answers is correct.
Right.
But when you really think about it and break it down, neither of them were like, okay.
And I was sitting down watching that episode with you,
and
I kept getting mad just like Leorio is, and I was like, there's no fucking right answer.
No, do you save your lover or your mother?
Yeah, I was like pissed that you don't need to, I don't know, I didn't need it. And then all of a sudden he did the same fucking thing, and I was like, yeah!
Yeah, and it threw, when the kid before him, he answered the question. He was like, kill your lover, you can get another one, whatever.
Yeah.
He got to go through the path. The old lady didn't say nothing.
Yep.
So they were like, well, damn, that might be the right answer, whatever.
I know, but it wasn't.
No, and they couldn't honestly say that. They were all, like, decent enough people to where they couldn't admit, like, no, I'd be fine killing my lover for my mother or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, Leorio, like you said,
only have one mother.
He was getting mad about it, like, angry. And I like that, it shows true emotion. Yeah. And then you go to Gon, and almost no emotion. He's just sitting there contemplating it. And he doesn't even realize that they've passed. He's still sitting there just thinking about it. And you think it's a cute, innocent moment, but it's foreshadowing. In the first couple episodes, brilliant foreshadowing.
About Gon, which everyone was like, he's just such an innocent child, but you didn't see what was already forming.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you could see the trails of what was coming from the beginning. You want to talk about some excellent foreshadowing, too? The first character in the manga was Kite.
Yeah.
Like, the first one you see.
Yeah.
And then however many hundreds of chapters later, it's like, oh, hey, this homie's back.
Yeah.
Dope.
But they didn't do it in the anime.
No, I wish
I don't know why.
That's the one thing the anime didn't do well. They didn't show like Gon's early childhood.
With Kite saved him.
Yeah, and Kite was the one who told him about his dad. Mito told him that he was dead in the manga originally. Yeah. And Kite was like, hey, you're Jing's kid. This is where he lived. I don't know if he mentioned he looking for him, but that's why he was wandering around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he told him that his dad's very much alive, and that's what started this whole adventure.
And for real, man, like, Kite doesn't get enough love in this.
No, Kite's badass, dude.
I wanted to know more. I wanted to get more of the spins, his specials and all that. We only got to hear 3 or something like that.
Yeah, we only got to see 3.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I just think Kite doesn't get enough love.
It's one of the many things Tagashi's, like, flashed in our face and then pulled away. Like, oh, you got to be quicker than that.
He almost had it.
Yeah.
He knows it's playing with us.
But I kind of like it, because it's almost too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Some things.
But back to the Hunter exam. We'll get back to Kite. But I got a question for you.
Yes, what's up?
What was the actual moment where you realized, like, this is not just another shonen adventure where power up, get strong, beat the guy, repeat?
A little bit of the Zoldicks. like that arc, which is the next arc. So
Okay,
you know,
so
that's when I
during-
started noticing like, okay, this isn't gonna be just your fighting kind of like anime, you know?
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
See,
The Hunter exam to me was all fine. I felt like it was going the path I thought,
okay.
and then it turned for me on the next arc. So I don't know if I should mention it now or just be
No,
like,
we'll save that. I bring it up because I'm actually surprised because
you thought it was earlier
well,
on.
it hit me a lot earlier. I don't know if this was the exact moment where I realized it was like different, but the moment that stuck out to me was in the same part we were talking about where Killua killed the dude and Leorio lost the bat.
Well, yeah, I guess that's the end of that, so it leads into that. But that's kind of when I knew it was shifting.
We'll call it the prison part of the Hunter exam.
Yeah,
But that part, when Gon had the candle and it was filled with kerosene, you remember that? When
I'm trying to remember.
Oh,
now.
you got to remember that, dude. You're my encyclopedia guy. So his challenge was he was fighting the arsonist.
Yeah.
So instead of physical combat, they played a game. The arsonist picked out 2 candles, and he was like, "There's a short candle and a long candle."
Okay, I remember.
You remember
this
that?
now.
And-
You see, you're pointing at yeah.
Yeah, no, this stuck out to me like crazy. And he's like, you can choose one. I'll let you choose, and whichever flame goes out first loses. So, they have the whole intelligent, like, well, the short candle is the obvious one that's gonna burn out quicker.
Yep.
But why would he do this if he knew this? So the long candle must obviously be...
breaking it all down.
Yeah, and it's just like this crazy little mind game in this one episode. It was like a half an episode. And then you find out that the guy has like 4 more candles in his bag.
Yep.
And no matter what Gon chose, whatever the hell, bad grammar, I'm awesome.
No worries, man. We don't judge here.
Yeah, we do. A little bit. Just a little, though. Enough. But no matter what Gon chose, he was screwed. Yeah. So Gon, thinking about it, goes, well, this is a big old flame. Got kerosene in it. It's not going to go out if I just set it down. So he sets it down. Bam. 1 step. Bolts over to the dude. And then he just blows his candle out. It was so... like climactic in such an anticlimactic way. Like this was one of the first animes I started watching when I got back into it after the god awful fucking Berserk 2016. I sat through all of that. I was like, fuck this. I need something that's dope. So Hunter x Hunter, everybody was on the internet epic.
Yeah,
god
talking
tier.
about it. Yeah.
And when I saw that,
I saw it too, and
when I saw that, I was like, this is different. This is not just a beat 'em up shonen. This is something special.
It's gonna have you think a little bit.
And even
does
it continued to blow my mind. Like, it continued to subvert everything I thought that was going to happen.
Right.
Like, nah.
So the candle part, it just...
But the candle part, dude, that stuck out.
That's
to
when
me.
you knew it changed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was badass.
No shit.
Like, that was when I realized... That's when I fell in love with Gon.
But you were saying, like, this is when you knew it was going to be a lot different than you expected. And that was the exact moment.
Yeah. That's when I realized that it was different. I don't know how much different I expected it to be. But, like, I realized that, like I said, it wasn't just a beat 'em up. It wasn't just a Dragon Ball Z, because like, when has anybody ever used strategy to win a fight in Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, in Dragon Ball Z.
And
they tried in Super C. I'm gonna let you know now because I've been watching it. Is that they'll try to have Goku or Vegeta calculate in their head like how the moves have been going down and where he's gotta open himself up. But it's like, come on, guys. You can't do it now. Like
no,
and it's not even really that big of a strategy.
No, and so like some of that's going on because to be that epic of a fighter, you have to have some serious battle
you're
sense.
In godhood now. I mean,
but they never broke it down like that.
No.
And this wasn't even a battle. This was a game.
Yeah.
And then the mind games.
A bet, in a way.
Yeah. And then the mind games that ensued. The whole Aorio part came after that.
Yeah.
So it was that was interesting, and I love when anime can take something as simple as rock paper scissors and turn it into an intellectual mind game Death Note battle debate. It's like, what the fuck, dude? This is rock paper scissors, and she's all up in your head.
But it worked.
I mean, in all fairness, I got like a 18 game losing streak going on with our buddy Devin. So, I mean, he might be in my head. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
Other than that, I can't talk about the Zoldyck art right now. So never mind. I'll leave it on to the Zoldyck art, what I saw the difference in it and all that stuff, but unless you want me to talk about it now.
No, I mean, is there anything you wanted to talk about in the exam?
Oh, in the Hunter exam.
Talk about the Hunter exam,
okay, well,
homie.
because for me, it's going to be the seeing of Hisoka, because I like having a face for who the villain's going to be.
Yep.
Even though he is not the main villain, and that's where, it threw you a curveball.
Yeah.
This is Gon's rival. That you just started seeing, all right, this is how it's going to go. when meeting him and all that with the music, dude. Like his intro, he has intro music.
Man, I don't know how I forgot about the music until now, dude. The music.
You forgot about the music?
Oh, trust me, I know the music. But
I searched the music just to hear it and like think of him just like walking up. Like,
when we were hanging out at that hotel one time, the casino.
Yeah.
You came down the elevator and I was sitting there blaring that from YouTube on my phone.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's like, no, man, you do your thing. I mean, I love it.
I mean, it's a sick jam. It is an absolute monster jam.
He just walked in, he just walked in and he was just so different to Gone in that he saw potential in him. I could see the pedophile likeness, even though it wasn't that, like he's really brought it for me in the Hunter exams. So that was the big part of me that I liked. That's like what really got me into that, as well as the exams itself. I liked meeting Netero for sure. Netero is also great, and then by the end of it, and you see the different side of Netero, which we can get into that later, but like that was well done.
Yeah, when you meet him, he's just the goofy old man. He's essentially the Master Roshi without being a pervert.
And he's trying to help out Gon and not playing with Killua too, but yeah, he's training with him and all that. It takes a little longer for Gon and all that.
Yeah, he wants to play a game with them and whatever because he sees, he wants to have some fun.
Yeah.
And that's something cool about Netero, and that's another running theme in Hunter x Hunter. It's just a lot of characters do things just for the sake of having fun.
Yeah.
Like there are some characters that just live in this world and everything they do. Like Hisoka, for example, he does nothing if it's not fun to him.
Right.
It
has to also go to his agenda. It has to fall on his agenda. Something
he has to want to do it.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't want to do it, then he doesn't. And I think that's pretty cool. I'd love to be able to live my life that way, but unfortunately, adulthood. Yeah. You gotta do some shit
we can't do that.
No, I got a full-time job, whatever. It sucks.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I'd love to be able to make podcasts and make millions of dollars, but we're going to make a podcast and make like tens of dollars.
We're going to try that.
At best.
We'll make about $25.
If we made $25, I would be hyped.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
I mean, we got to buy something. We got to flex on them, boy.
Oh, okay. Well, we should buy something in honor of Hunter x Hunter. Because that's what we talked about first, about $25.
Okay. All right. So if we ever make money on this podcast, we'll tell everyone right now, our first $25
purchase.
It's going to be something.
Not plus tax.
No, we'll take care of the tax.
We'll
front the tax.
Okay.
But we'll purchase something Hunter x Hunter-esque for the studio room.
Yeah.
And we'll send you guys a picture on whatever social media we have up.
Oh yeah.
And you can check it out and be like, hey, that's dope, or like, y'all are stupid for buying that.
What about belt buckle? I get belt buckle.
You're gonna buy a fucking belt buckle?
A Hunter x Hunter belt buckle. Yeah. I can't even say a word.
That's so stupid. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Oh shit. But back to Hisoka.
Yeah.
You want to talk about like an intro of a villain? I guess you call him a villain.
Yeah.
He really didn't do too much wrong.
No.
Really think about it. I watched a NuxTaku video the other day.
Yes.
And he kind of broke down like Hisoka really didn't do too much wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, every time he killed anybody in the Hunter exam,
they were attacking him.
Or
he's
like
in the Hunter exam.
Yeah.
People die.
Or he killed the monkey guy, and he also threw it at Mr. Mustache. I can't remember his name, but he's dope.
Oh yeah, the guy that walks weird.
Yeah, the walk weird mustache guy.
I don't remember his
name. But
name.
he threw the
either,
card at him, but like he knew he wasn't gonna.
Oh yeah, because
he knew he was fine.
Yeah.
So like honestly, y'all need to lay off Ahsoka, okay?
But you can see he came out a little bit douchey, so that's why.
Well, the guy bumped into him, JD.
He bumped into him.
I mean, if Aaron Hernandez can do that, what he did, then I think Hisoka's pretty fucking justified.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
Kidding. No, they're both.
And he is a great magician.
Yeah,
like, those card tricks, man.
Sleight of hand, baby.
Yeah.
But for real, like when you first meet this guy, some guy bumps into his arm.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he just starts decaying into flower petals. Like, how fucking cool was that in the weirdest way?
It is kind of weird.
It is weird, but it's
weirdly
creepy.
beautiful.
It's kind of creepy, right? Like,
yeah, it is creepy.
Yeah, it's way worse than getting your arm cut off, just watching it dissolve into flower petals, man.
Oh, man. Dude,
terrifying.
All I think about is that fucking music, too.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, we're talking about Hisoka and all that, but what about Illumi?
Oh, dude. Get through. When he was going by that name?
I guess, yeah. What a pin needle face.
I hated him. I hated him when he was the clacky dude.
Oh my, yeah,
dude, he's
got his neck crickening left, right,
he was
left,
so
right.
uncomfortable. I was waiting for him to die the whole time because again, it's like, oh, it's normal.
And you didn't
shonen.
know it was Illumi because when you first watched it,
You had
didn't know.
you didn't even know Illumi was like a guy. Even when he showed his real face, you didn't know he was Killua's brother.
No, I didn't.
I don't think he mentioned it in that first scene.
I realized he was creepy, didn't like him.
Yeah,
Ahsoka,
but then he goes from like Frankenstein-esque creepy to like the grunge-esque
I'm gonna stare at your soul.
And then the first thing this homie does is start digging a hole in the ground with his hands, like, like, dude, it's what are you doing? And I'm gonna wait here. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. You're actually like reminding me, and then I see the image of what he's doing.
It was ridiculous, was it not?
Yeah, it's like as soon as you see his real face, yo, I'm out.
Yep.
Wake me up later. It's like, oh my god.
Speaking of that kind of like instance, that part of the hunter exam, the one part where they actually had to hunt.
Yes, I was going to bring that up next when Gon had to hunt Hisoka.
Absolutely exhilarating, my dude. I don't know how you must have felt very similar, but like I was on the edge of my seat watching that.
I'm like, he's good. He's actually been able to follow Hisoka, and like I think it was like so many times while he was watching, he's like, I could do it now.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, I got to wait even more. Like he just kept waiting. It just kept working. He got more patient.
That's another part that like made me realize this is a different show. There's a lot of strategy in this show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, when he was figuring out how to take the tag, he's trying to hit the moving target. Mm-hmm. And again, he figures out the apple on the pendulum. He can predict that.
Yeah.
So he tries to hit a bird, realizes he can't hit a bird. And then he discovers a very important thing in hunting is that hunting your prey, when they're hunting their prey, is prime.
Yep.
So
because they're not focused on you.
Exactly. And it's a prime example of you do not need to be the strongest to succeed in this universe. Yep. You need to have just the right amount of intelligence.
You gotta have a brain.
The brain, the instincts. And Gon had, like, for being a hunter, it was pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
But, and the fact that he was using Zetsu, that's the one, right? Yeah, Zetsu. He was using Zetsu, and we had no idea it was
he didn't even
a thing.
know he was using Zetsu.
No, nobody knew. We as viewers, we had no idea.
Yeah.
And then when you found out, it's like, oh shit, he used that already?
You got potential.
Kid's special. Yeah. This kid is special.
You don't even know. That little boy that you see there with those pretty little eyes and stuff.
He is just adorable, though.
He is adorable. He did draw me. He's not my favorite character, but like Takashi wanted to actually do, he basically made him simple and all that, so everyone else would stand out. And it worked because I still like everyone. I would just look at him, like, look at him.
Yeah.
Yatta! He's always happy. I'm like, oh my god.
He was the perfect catalyst for that journey.
For the world, yeah. When it got darker.
Yeah, and speaking of like everything falling into place, I mean, just Gon was the one constant in everything that was kind of going on, At least everything that we saw. And I think it was cool how it like worked in, how he was the main character because he was always there. But like you said, they were almost every other character was, I guess, objectively more interesting. Yeah. And I don't like Gon because he's super interesting. I just love him because he's that happy-go-lucky character that's just always kind of kicking ass in cool ways. Yeah. But, I mean, is he super deep? Is he super developed? No, I mean, Killua was way more developed just in keeping in the same universe.
Right, and we still want to know more about Krapka. So, I mean, it just shows, like, how much is in with every other character, building them and all that stuff. Like Killua was amazing. You get so much in depth with him.
You do get a lot of Killua screen time.
Yeah, and that's why he is the most popular pick in Hunter x Hunter, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And the white-haired edgy boy.
Listen,
I love the character. I'm not shitting on the character.
I'm going to get my deep voice out, and if you bring this edgy shit along, that is not the only reason.
No, it's not the only reason. He's a dope-ass character. Yes. He's really cool. But he is the white-haired edgy boy.
Yes, that controls lightning.
I mean, it definitely doesn't hurt him.
No, it doesn't. Okay, so we've talked about Hisoka, we talked about Illumi, we've talked about basically the tournament style, the ending part where they hunt and all that stuff. We've talked a little bit about the guy that walks weird and all that whole beginning part where those monkey things are acting like other people.
Yeah.
So how about the ending of that fight where Killua kills I don't remember the guy's name.
I don't remember it either. But the Kung Fu master looking dude.
Yeah, and because he kills him, he couldn't go for. He failed essentially.
Well, okay, so the first thing I want to ask you is how did you feel? Because this is the culmination of the hunter exam. Yeah. This is it.
This is the building part. They all made it to the end.
Yep. They did a whole episode of characters explaining like who they were terrified of and who they wanted to fight.
Yep.
Which was cool. I mean, they kept you enthralled for a whole episode of characters talking about other characters.
Yep.
How dope was Hunter x Hunter? That dope. But shit, what the fuck was it? What were we talking about?
We were talking about Kilo when he killed the.
The so what I wanted to ask you is, what were your first thoughts on the tournament format in the last part of the Hunter exam that Netero came up?
That was different. That was a good idea.
Like you win and you keep. I can't remember exactly the structure, but it was
weird. It's like if you lose, you have more opportunities.
That's right. So if you win, it was over. And if you lose, you could keep going, and the only person who didn't.
But you couldn't kill your opponent.
Yep.
And basically, so it's just like what happened with Hanzo and Gon. Because of that like loophole, Gon was never going to give up. He was never going to say, I lose. And Hanzo, the only way he would beat him is by actually killing him, but he wouldn't beat him if he killed him. He'd be not allowed to join the... Like, because of that system, that tournament system that Netero made, that's how it had to go. And it made people that were that strong willful. Gon got through because of it.
Yeah,
like,
they really
and then
got to
Hanzo just
out.
won the next one. That's why he's like, I don't want to kill him. I can just do the next one and I'll win. And he did the next match and he won.
Yeah, Hanzo should have just like given up after Gon was like, no,
But he kept going because he wanted to show Gon,
really
you're gonna give up. But Gon was like, I'm not.
And I mean, just about everybody else would have given up.
I would have given up.
Yeah.
He like broke his arms, right?
He broke one of his arms. He poked him in the head with his giant sword. I think he just repeatedly beat the shit out of him.
Oh, he constantly beat the shit out of him.
And I'm pretty sure Gon ended up passing out. Am I wrong? I feel like he passed out, and that's why Hanzo had to keep going. Hanzo was like, well, he can't give up. I can't kill him.
He was in the ring, too.
Yeah,
right?
So it was like, whatever. I give up. I'll just beat the heck out of the next guy.
I don't remember him passing out. I thought he passed out after he won, like, because he finally was tired. But, goddamn.
Either way, I mean, the boy took a beating and just refused. And that's another, like, good part of foreshadowing. It showed how stubborn Gon was. I mean, he was willing to die without even completing the first part of his journey.
Because he wanted to see his dad. He wouldn't have been able to see his dad.
Exactly. It's like, dude, when if he really would have thought about it, like, just do it again next year. You'll never be able to meet your dad if you die. Yeah. But he was so stubborn and so, like, pig-headed.
I want it now!
A to B goal.
Yeah.
Very immature child, but he's just so sweet about most things that, everybody just kind of rolled with it.
That's true.
And again, I'm not shitting on Gon. I love the kid, but, like, he's a lot darker than people think. And I gotta shout out some anime YouTubers right now.
Oh boy.
Because I wouldn't know any of this without people putting out videos, like half an hour long videos, breaking down like Hunter x Hunter and their characters. I did not pick up on a lot of these things the first read.
None of us have. Look at me. Come on.
No,
man.
like the first watch through, there was so much I missed. But like I gotta shout out like Alexander. It's spelled with a Z in there, but like he does like 30 to 40 minute breakdowns on like individual characters and groups.
He gets all in depth.
It's absolutely amazing. And then there's another one, New World Reviews. Okay. And he's a little less in depth, but he covers more topics. And it's also dope. I mean, if you want to learn about some niche character in Hunter x Hunter, then he's probably got a video out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I learned a bunch about Xenu Zoldyck through one of his videos.
Yeah. I didn't know. I probably don't know that much about him because it's not as explained as probably this guy did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for real, like anybody on YouTube that takes the time to break down these videos, thank you so much. Because
you're the real heroes here.
I mean, yeah, a lot of you guys, podcast included, like you guys inspired us to do what we're doing. We heard you guys talking about anime and we're like, shit, we fucking love anime. We could probably do that.
Let's try to do it.
We can't do half an hour breakdowns on the morality of Gone Freaks.
Yeah.
But we can talk about those breakdowns to each other.
Yeah, and usually when I try to explain how something's so awesome to me, I just go, it's fucking awesome, because there's just so many things running through my head. If I just say it, it'd be nonsense.
No, I feel you, and I ramble a lot when I talk about these things. But, eventually you get the point across. So, you were talking about Killua and what happened to him in the last part of the Hunter exam.
Yeah, when he killed the old man, I call him, even though I know he was a fighter.
He looked like the Kung Fu master guy with the ponytail.
Yeah. Basically, that part for me was like the defining moment. And it made me hate Illumi because it was all because of him. He kind of put him back into that trance, that killer mode.
You realize that like Killua's family wasn't just assassins who kill people, but like super manipulative.
Yeah, they're controlling as a motherfucker.
Absolutely.
They can't allow the little boy to do what he wants.
I mean, that's literally Illumi's Nen. He's a manipulator.
Yes, exactly.
He manipulates things
with the damn needles.
Yeah, with the needles
that he put on his face. But yeah, and that happened when Gon was passed out.
Yeah, because what happened? You saw Gon like get knocked out or whatever.
Yep.
Whether, I don't care. Again, we can't remember.
He woke up to find out that Killua is failed. Hears about all this stuff and got a broken arm sitting right there.
Yeah, Mustache Man's filling him in on everything that happened.
Exactly, and that's the point, and that's what I mean. He gets so mad, and that's where like I felt mad.
Yeah.
Like, that's good when you got that emotion at me, like, are you fucking kidding me? And then he's like squeezing the shit out of his hand. I'd do the same goddamn thing.
Absolutely, and you realize like that was something super endearing about Gon is like he when he cares about people, he's like
he's my friend.
He really cares about them, and he was willing to fight Illumi, who he should have known was way stronger than him.
But he didn't care.
But he didn't care. He didn't give two shits, and just grabbed him by the arm and smashed him into the ground. Hulk smashed him.
Yep.
And was like, what are you gonna do? Luckily, Illumi wasn't like, I'm going to kill you right here, right now, because that would have been a very short, very anticlimactic anime.
Hunter, everyone. You thought.
It would have truly been the Game of Thrones. After the first arc, this guy dies.
Gon dies.
Yeah,
Imagine
the main
that
character.
He was killed like 30 episodes in.
It would have been interesting to see him continue, but I feel like everybody would have just split apart, and it would have been a very boring universe.
It would have been boring.
I think so.
That's what I'm saying. We need Gon. But either way, that moment and with Illumi and all that stuff, and that changed everything. And I guess that leads into the Zoldyck arc. It's again pronunciation, man.
Yeah, no worries. It's Zoldyck.
Zoldyck.
Yeah, Zoldyck.
Zoldyck. That's a good one.
We're 13 years old. But yeah, that's exactly what leads into it, because Gon wants to express to Killua that, like, yo, I'm your friend, homie. And that kind of shines a light on how broken Killua is. Yeah. Like, anybody in their right mind would have considered Gon a friend at that point.
Yeah, especially with everything they went through.
At least a little bit, Like, they were homies.
Acquaintances, at least.
If nothing else, but Killua was so broken because of his family that he didn't know that Gon was like his friend. He didn't have the receptors, couldn't figure it out, and it's so obvious.
Well, when you have a family like that, where it's like you're like drained of emotion, essentially.
Well, he literally said he's never had a friend before.
Yeah,
and
you find out he tried to have friends.
He did his best.
Yeah,
I mean,
he would Canary.
Yeah, him and Canary would have been great friends, but unfortunately, his family's so goddamn controlling and manipulating.
Oh, and this is a side note. Just want to say, Canary should have been added to the cast a little more.
I would have liked to see
found
her
her interesting,
but it wouldn't have been. Speaking of being organic, why he would have had to find a reason besides having Canary in the show more to have her out of the mansion. You know what I mean?
know, but what if they had to have an escort for Killua?
I mean, maybe.
But that would. I'm grasping at straws here.
I get what you're coming from because I liked Canary, and it was nice to see a well represented person of color in anime.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't know how she looked in the '99 version, but after seeing some things like Mr. Popo. It's God. Man. And Mr. Popo, the character, it's like he's funny and he's a meme, but.
And when they got to turn him blue, and
they turned him blue and Kai, but I don't blame them. It's like he's so racist, and anytime you've watched an old '90s anime, it's
and the way he talks,
the people of color, the black people, they always have big, huge, gigantic lips, and it's awful. Canary was just a normal looking character, and that was nice to see.
Yes, it was.
I thought it was cool. She was adorable.
She was, and she cared about Killua, but she was pretty much forced to not be his friend from the damn mom.
Yeah, I mean, very similar to what Killua went through, except Canary wasn't gonna complain because she was from Meteor City. I mean, she grew up with literally nothing, so the fact that she had a place to stay and a job and a life, she wasn't gonna complain about that. But Killua, he was out of there. He was like, fuck this. This is all I've ever known. Peace.
Right. And let's talk about the other brother. Because we got a Illumi. I guess they're all brothers, so I say the other brother and all that stuff.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, I guess, because Kiluta is an actual I thought it was
Kaluta.
Yeah, whatever. I think, but the one with the kimono, yeah, that's a dude.
Yeah,
blew my mind.
Yeah, because I didn't know, but then it's because the mom always wanted a daughter.
Yeah.
So she's the one that gives the haircut and dresses her
Which, jumping forward a little bit, that's kind of shitty of the mom. Because it's you have...
I told you I hate her.
Well, you have a transgender child who's like, hi, I really want to be a girl. Or at least that's what it looks like to the audience, in Aluka.
Aluka, the same thing.
If you haven't finished the series, it's the last 10 or 20 episodes, something like that.
Helps show why Killua is such
if you
person.
don't love Killua before that, you will absolutely fall in love with the boy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a sweetheart. But I mean, the mom has a daughter, well, a son who really wants to be a female.
Yeah.
And instead of embracing her, the mom decides, I'm gonna take this one and dress it like a girl.
Yeah, this is the one I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
because she basically doesn't like Aluka because it's like a monster. You know the.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was planned by Togashi or if it was just a happy little coincidence, but it definitely shines light on like how shitty the mom is.
I think it was planned, but I don't know.
I mean, a lot of it was planned.
He's got a lot of deep thinking into this.
But I also wouldn't be surprised if the guy's sitting back on his couch watching a YouTube video about like how this one thing in the show has so much meaning, and he's just sitting on his fucking couch eating popcorn like,
in his room.
No,
No, that's not what I thought of at all.
I really liked that color. I think most artists have like, and even if they put like little sub messages in their art,
yeah,
I feel like everybody finds the really stupid, like the thing that they didn't put in there.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's a topic for another day.
No, either way, that's what I mean. It's just they're all brothers, but yeah, two of them want to be females, the mom and all.
Yeah, but you want to talk about the fucking
Miluki,
dude. I hate that dude.
The big boy.
He's fucking useless, man. I mean, I guess he gets the job done,
but him and Killua have a weird, strange like pact with each other. How they like offer each other favors in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's a give and take.
It's a give and take.
It's a business relationship.
Strictly.
I mean, me and you have no blood relation, but we are infinitely closer to what real brothers need to be than Miluki and any of his siblings.
By far.
But I mean,
even Illumi somewhat cares for Killua. That's why he is so manipulative.
Miluki's just a dink.
Yeah.
And like, it's kind of sad because like, as far as interests go, I think we relate most to Miluki.
Yeah.
We like anime, we like otaku shit, and like if you look in his room in the few scenes it shows, he's got like Yu Yu Hakusho figures and he's got Sailor Moon and he's got the stand-up fucking life-size anime girl.
Yeah.
And it's like I can get down for most of that.
But we're not like that. We would
no,
never
we're not
be like that.
No, we're not like that bad.
But he's also rich.
Well, and he also like he makes mention when he finally leaves the house in the York News arc.
Yep.
He's like, wow, what's the last time I've left the house? 8 years or 10 years or some ridiculous number. It's like, damn, dude.
How old is he anyway?
He's like mid-teens, I think. He's
really 8 years old.
Yeah, he's in between Killua and Illumi. So he's older than 12, but I think Illumi's like, what's he, like 18 or something? Yeah. I don't know if it's ever specified.
I think he just turned 20 or something. Like
he looks like a young adult.
Right.
He's somewhere in between. Well, 17, 16, something around there. Yeah. But I do think it's funny how Xenu, the grandpa, he makes mention that it's like he's single-handedly the smartest and stupidest man I've ever met. Because he's got like a wicked brain.
But he doesn't have common sense.
No, he's just an absolute idiot in life, but he's like super book smart. Like can create a bomb and put it in a mosquito and blow a dude up. And that's how he makes all his kills.
Yeah.
But god damn, is he just such a useless motherfucker. He's such a dink about it too.
But they're all important to the family, you know?
Like, and I'm an introvert, man. And I fucking hate Miluki. Like, if I ever turn into that, JD, shoot me in the head, bro.
If you can strap a bomb to a mosquito...
Well, no, that part's kind of cool. I'm talking about, like, I haven't left my house in 8 years.
I'm just saying, if you ever do that and you never left your house in 8 years, I'm going to give you all the props you deserve. You just made a bomb and strapped it to a mosquito.
Now, if I spent 8 years working on the bomb to strap into a mosquito, I can see that. But if I can just do this willy-nilly and I'm also just not leaving my house for 8 years, at least an intervention is due.
I'll beat the shit out of you.
Okay, that'll do.
Okay.
Now that we're off of the worst fucking Zoldyck in history, what do you think about the dad, Silva?
Okay, he's a 50-50 for me.
Yeah, he's
because
weird.
At some points I can see he lets Killua, I'll let you go. You should be there for your friend and all that, but he also has an agenda again.
He's super nefarious about it, especially that scene where he tells Killua to go and he's talking...
makes a promise with him, and you can see he's being a father and he's actually understanding him. But then when he leaves, he's having a little sidebar, like, this is all just going to fall into plan. He'll come back to me.
He'll be back. He's my son.
And it's like, but he's not. He's still not bad, and he's So I don't know. I don't have too much of a problem. Right now, no problem with him to me. He's not he's like, the least horrible one.
Like, speaking of throwing you off the scent of what you think is going to happen, like, I at this point, my girlfriend Kelly, she was watching it with me. She had taught part of the Hunter exam, and she didn't watch anime at this point. She had seen Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball Z. Right. That was it.
Battle shonen.
Battle shonens, like straight battle shonens. But she was watching this one with me, and she was like, can you not watch this without me? And then we watched 148 episodes of Hunter x Hunter together, and since then it's like, 15, 20 animes. It's awesome. But I remember looking at her saying, watch out, like, this guy's going to be back. There's no way that you can just say that nefarious, oh, my son will be back, and it was spooky. And every other, like, anime we've ever watched, it's like, well, this is the next big bad, you'd assume, right?
Yeah.
And then Homeboy's not back until he has something almost...
He has his own mission.
He has something almost completely irrelevant to the story that he has to do. Yep. It's just another job. He was
hunting Crollo. It was a job.
Yeah, it's like, just another job.
Again, it's just like...
He never went back. He didn't even see Killua in the New York New Arc.
Nope.
They didn't even
His grandpa did.
No, that was the Chimera ant.
Yep.
It was when he was walking away.
Yep.
And they were yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
But no, I thought Silva's interesting because... like you said, he hasn't done anything bad.
No.
He hasn't done
You can tell that he's really good at what he does.
He's one of the best assassins. Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, he killed the guy, I can't remember. It was one of the Phantom Troop. Because remember, it was mentioned, remember the vacuum lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's talked about the person she replaced. That's the
it's
one.
In the movie.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen
Zakawarki or whatever.
Yeah,
like that.
I heard about that.
He had a long name.
Yeah, I haven't taken the time to watch any of the movies. I'm not sure how I feel about non-canon movies, and I love Hunter x Hunter, so I might as well just watch it. But it's kind of
about the Spider Troop, so that one I think is kind of canon because it's what replaced
a little bit. But I think like Kurapika and like Gon battled the Spider Troop in that, and it's just kind of like one of the Broly Dragon Ball Z movies. It's some of it's canon, but some of it's not, and they use just enough canon. It really fucks with the fans' head.
Yeah,
but hey, it's more Hunter x Hunter, so just watch it for what it is,
Yeah.
I mean, we have the last mission on DVD. We just haven't taken the time to watch it.
Yeah, we have to too. Yeah, that's true. We're just so busy.
Yes, sir.
But basically,
he killed the Phantom Troop member, and that's like badass, especially after you see like who the Phantom Troop is, and like they're not easy to kill.
No, and usually if you kill one, they're all gonna try to get you. But I don't even think they did.
No,
I think they are like, well, he's a Zoldyck,
Yeah. They never. I don't think they ever really explained that. At least not in the anime.
Like,
but that's...
where they live. They're talked about on the mountain pass, the mansion. Nobody fucks with it.
No.
There's a reason why.
Governments don't fuck with them. Like other assassins don't try to fuck with them. And you saw the two that did in the beginning of the Zoldyck arc. Yeah. Look what happened to them. Big old Mike comes in and eats them, baby. Speaking of that, he's the best part of the Zoldyck arc, which is not my favorite arc. I mean, if we're given
that's another big part there with Gon, like seeing him how he really thought he could just talk with the animal.
Yeah.
And when the bodyguard or the doorman,
I
forgot his name, but the doorman shows him what the creature looks like and says, "Do you honestly think you could reason with this thing and get through there without?"
No, and Gon's afraid.
Gon for once he just shows how honest he is. Like, no, I don't think I could do it.
No, and you've seen him like take on challenges, and he jumped in ravines before, and this he was like genuinely afraid.
He's like, I fought monsters before.
Well, he even made mention about being afraid and excited when Hisoka was choking him out.
Yeah.
But this dog is like, no, he's just fear. Yeah. Just fear.
That's another good part. See, that's why I don't know. Seeing the creatures and all that, just the Zoldyck's manner and all that stuff, and all the butlers, like the system they had there, like everything's communicated through the butlers, like everything like that, and they're powerful too. Like, it ain't no joke there, man.
Oh yeah, Goto or Gota or whatever.
Yeah, Coin Man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, he's not one to be fucked with.
No, and he's just straight to the point, very serious the whole time.
But he's very caring.
Yeah, of Killua.
And for some reason, he's a very caring dude, but for some reason he's on the mother's side, which is kind of weird. I don't know if he's just the one person who can sympathize with her.
Yeah.
But like he's like her right hand man.
Maybe he saw her before she kind of went mad, because didn't she start going mad anyway? Like,
yeah,
something happened, I thought, and that's what made her kind of go kind of nuts.
I think she just kind of got crazier and crazier the less Killua wanted to be part of the family, because Killua was the promised child. Yeah. And you'll also notice that too. Look at his brothers and sisters, all black hair. Look at his dad, his grandpa, and him.
He's the white-haired wonder.
And that's kind of like a little thing to show you that he's the special Zoldyck, the one that they've been waiting for.
Yeah.
And that's why they want to keep him around for like, I feel like Silva,
because they were so controlling and all that, he wants to get away from that. Oh, and I relate with that so much.
But I feel like if like say Maluki was like, yo, I'm leaving, everybody would be like, all right, dude.
Yeah.
See you later.
Have fun with your blow up doll.
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
But when Kila was like, hey, I want to go out and explore the world, they get all like, oh my god, you can't leave. You might never come back.
Nobody wants to be your friend. You have friends here.
Yeah, no, and if there's one thing we know about teenage boys,
Yeah.
or teenagers in general, is telling them not to do something, forcing them not to do something is the quickest way to get them to do something.
Edgelord. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck you, Dad. I do what I want.
Yeah, fuck. You're not my real dad. Fuck. You are my real dad.
Damn it.
I did want to bring up the little Killua Edge thing, because I know I call him an edgelord. And I said this to you.
Edgelord with feelings.
Really, though. But I said this to you a while back. And not that I hate this character, but I'm going to use him as a comparison. Sasuke from Naruto.
Sasuke?
Yeah, he's the classic edgelord. You know, he's pissy. He wants revenge.
I will defend. He has every right to be, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm just saying, like, he's a very stereotypical, edgy, revenge-driven character. Not saying he's not done well. I'm just saying, like, he pushes everyone away. He keeps running away from everybody.
Right.
Because of what happened to him in his past, because of his trauma.
Yeah.
Why Killua was so interesting, I think, is because he does the exact opposite. He's had trauma, and I guess he hasn't really lost anybody, so it's a little bit different.
It's more just trauma.
But yeah, I mean, he was absolutely
constantly tortured,
mentally and physically abused by his family.
Yeah.
And all he ever wanted were people who were close to him. Now, I have to assume...
that goes back to Canary, how, like, there were people that were interested in that, but the family pushed them away.
Yeah, and I think that's a cool... it kind of flips it on its head, because even going to another Togashi piece, Hiei always pushed people away.
Yep.
And he was always like, fuck you, I don't need a team. Fuck you.
I have Kurama, that's it.
Yeah, fuck you, you're not my real dad. Her. But I like how Killua was the exact opposite. He's edgy and he's an edgelord, but he also embraces his feelings.
Yeah.
And I like to see that, you know? He's still got his dark fucking evil side. But, you know.
Oh, yeah, when he turns the switch on, you mean?
Yeah.
Because it's been a while since I had to turn on my switch, and then and then immediately into kill mode.
Now, was that on the blimp where he killed those two guys?
Yep.
Yeah, dude,
but he also does it in the Chimera arc where he has to take things seriously and his eyes get that way again. He has brief moments where he turns it on.
I mean, he was trained to be an assassin.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean by the switch that you were talking about. Yeah. He shuts off his emotions, but he starts getting them. You know, he starts getting everything back, feeling. And...
yeah, he learns to understand his emotions with his ability to turn that switch off. And eventually it all kind of blends in the end.
Yep.
And he finds, you know, through the whole thing, he's kind of just rolling with Gon, doing his own thing because he wants to. He wanted a friend, and that's all he really wanted until the end. And then he finds his own motivation to keep him going. Mm-hmm. And not that Hunter x Hunter needs any more story fucking arcs and branch offs and shit, because he can't even finish the Dark Continent.
Yeah.
But like, you could make an entire fucking new story about the adventures of Killua. Yep. After he figures out what he wants to do. I'd watch it.
I'd even probably read it.
Yeah.
Because I'm already trying to read this, Dark Continent manga.
Oh, dude.
I'm waiting all day.
It's so...
I'm actually reading manga.
Yeah,
manga.
Dude.
God damn.
And we don't read manga. I know we said that in episode 1, but like... And this is a hard manga to read.
No, I know.
It's so much... it's a fucking
light
novel,
explanation.
dude.
There's like diagrams in there. They're actually artwork showing you how things work.
Now, I don't know if anybody's brought this up. This is kind of an interesting idea. And fan base, shoot me if I'm wrong, but would you be opposed to having Hunter x Hunter continue as a light novel?
Because it could be little sub-stories.
Well, he puts a bunch of text in it.
Yeah.
And he's got a hard time illustrating. I'm pretty sure that's why he goes on hiatus, because he's got a hard time illustrating because of his back. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. But I'd be completely okay with it continuing as a light novel.
Yeah.
Have all the text, everything he wants to say. And then, like you said, just put like every 5th page or something. Just like put a picture of the characters, so you know what you're looking at.
Right.
We gotta call his people
let him know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if people are gonna want that. I'm down for it because I want to know what's going on with the story here. I want to know.
Well, that's the thing. Is at this point, I just want the finish to the story.
Yeah.
You know, I could care less about seeing it. If I never see it in an anime, that's fine. I will take the 2.
I would like to see an anime too, man. I'm so greedy.
I'd love to, but I mean, if if the day I die, I get a finished Hunter x Hunter story, but I only have the 2011 anime to watch.
86 years.
I will die comfortably. If I make it to 86, that's a fucking miracle.
Hey man, you're gonna live to 89 now that I just said it.
69.
Ooh.
That's it. After 69, I'm pulling my own plug.
Probably 77 for me.
Just go to the doctor. I demand you
69.
pull my plug. You don't have a plug.
Put a heart attack in me.
Yeah, put a heart attack
Adrenaline
in me.
burst. Let's go. All right. Well, anyway, we're getting off track again. We apologize, but
yeah, we like to tangent.
We love tangents, and we're talking about all the Zoldicks, and I think we went through them all.
Well, it's a super interesting family dynamic, you know?
That's why I like the arc, and when you got to see what they're about, the assassins, the torturing that they did to Killua when he came back, and stuff like that. I just knew this is where it was going.
Badass scene too. After Maluki's been whipping Killua and just beating the shit out of him for like a week straight.
He's like, "You touch me
and
again."
Then Killua immediately, you touch me again, I'll kill you. Breaks out of his chains. Apparently, he could have done it the whole time.
He was just he liked getting tortured.
Yeah, a little sadistic, but like he was.
Edgelord.
Well, he was depressed. He just got his friend ripped away. Fucking Illumi was being a dank.
Oh, he was about to kill his own brother right there.
Yeah. But badass fucking moment, dude. At that point, you were like, "Damn, son, this kid don't fuck around."
I really did like that.
And I mean, at the end of the day, the arc was a training arc.
Yeah.
For Gon, Kurapika, and Leorio.
To get strong enough to push the doors.
And I think that's pretty badass. You had a whole like family dynamic, and you did an entire backstory while simultaneously doing a training arc for the characters that truly needed the training.
Yeah.
Because I mean.
Except for Leorio.
Well, yeah, but even him, I mean, his physical strength peaked.
It did.
I mean, if he wasn't so useless to begin with, he would have been a pretty damn good character. But I don't think, and I was saying this to you off the podcast, but I mean, Leorio is the honest Kuwabara.
Yes.
Kuwabara should have never gotten anywhere close to where he got.
And like I told you, it was the power of love, baby.
Well, yeah, it's power of love, baby.
Power of love.
And as ridiculous and as funny as I love Yu Yu Hakusho, my favorite anime. And I thought that part was like when he saw Yukina and like fucking rolled over and beat the shit out of the guy or whatever. I thought that was hilarious. But I think Leorio was definitely a more honest version,
That's what I say. He's the logical person. He's the logical person
in character design and development too.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that he's fucking 18 years old.
Oh my god, yeah.
He looks 30 something, and I'm a teenager.
How old do you think I am? Like he gets really upset about it. It's like I really thought he was 30 something years old.
Fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh my god.
Talk about laughing moments in this. I know Hunter x Hunter made you laugh a decent amount. Same here.
Exactly.
Like that's one of those moments.
And that's what I need because I like the action animes. I like, some drama. I like, RE0.
Yeah.
And that's like all over the place.
Some trauma.
Dark humor, stuff like that. So this has it all. And it's just great.
But I think that's all I really got for the Zoldyck arc.
Right.
I mean, there's plenty more I can talk about the Zoldicks, but I think it's mostly better saved until further arcs when we can really see what they can do.
Right. That's true because right now at the Zoldyck arc, like you said, Gon was basically training for the walls through that those heavy walls and all that stuff. But then the next arc, after they get Killua,
he applied the training.
Yeah, in the Heavens Arena arc.
Yes, the Heavens Arena arc, and this is another part where you realize that this is a very different show than the typical fucking shonen beat 'em up.
This is where I started getting the smoke in the ears.
Yeah,
and doing the Gon. I
mean, and just to the transition to the arcs.
Yeah,
you're like, all right, well, everybody's going to Heaven's Arena, right?
Yeah.
No, Kurapika goes and does his own thing, and Leorio does
trying to be a doctor.
He wants to go back to medical school. You think, okay, cool, whatever.
But why is Killua following Gon? Because that's
the only reason Killua was there.
Motivation, right there.
That's his motivation. He's gonna follow Gon. Gon's his first friend, and Gon has a goal. Yep. And Killua's got nothing to do.
And he's like, I'm gonna help you find your dad.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help my homie. Homies help homies.
Homies help.
But I thought
if a friend asks for help, you help him out.
Damn right. But I thought it was cool how they split up the whole. I thought it was weird at first, but especially seeing where they went with it, like the fact that they split up the group at this point and everybody was doing their own thing, and you got little flashbacks of Kurapika.
Yeah.
No Leorio because nobody wants to watch him study.
Yeah.
No.
It's well earned though.
Well earned. I can't remember if he becomes a doctor by the end of it, but God hope so. I mean, for fuck's sake, if he doesn't ever become a doctor, then he wasted the entire fucking series.
He's gonna be the next Hokage.
I'm gonna be the next Hokage.
But I want to immediately talk about, you know what I want to talk about, but we can talk about learning all about Nen, basically. That's the first thing that we should probably talk about.
Okay. But you're ready to get into the Nen, the power system.
Yes, the power system is, I mean, you're better at explaining this. I even wrote it down because this is how in-depth it is. It's ridiculous.
It's extremely in-depth, but fucking power systems need to be good.
Yeah, I know. So you can't just keep saying, power level, power level, power level.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And this wasn't even just like a power level power system. It broke down like different fucking types of Nen and different types of moves. And it's not just like, I have ice powers because I am Iceman, and I can stop time because I am Stop Time Man. It's just,
I'm an earthbender, so I bend earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean,
I don't know.
Actually, you want to talk about good power systems? Avatar: The Last Airbender was pretty cool.
I like it, but it does have a simple thing. If you're a Fire Nation, you have fire abilities. It's kind of not like the Nen system where you can break it down.
But I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to have a simple power system, keep it simple.
Yeah.
That's fine. You don't have to get
because technically there wasn't a power level system.
No, you don't have to get convoluted if you don't want to. If you can't keep up with convoluted fucking power systems, don't make them.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of Nen is...
And that's the sad thing about most shonens.
They just make their power system and then they run into a wall and they have to break it. Not even just anime, but there's plenty of other fucking plot, I guess, stopping points where in any show you watch.
Yeah.
It's like... where it's just... I don't really know what I'm trying to say here.
No, it's good, man. I'm just going to... Let me just break it down here for you.
Yeah, break down Nen
There's beginner Nen, basically. The 4 beginner parts of Nen.
Yep.
And that's Ten, Zetsu, Ren, and Hatsu.
And these are the first things that we learn about this power system.
Yeah. And the Heaven's Arena.
And we're lied to.
Yeah.
We're lied to when we initially are told about it. I mean, it's not super it's pretty obvious. Killua points it out pretty quick that that's all bullshit.
Yeah.
But you realize that this isn't just like an everyone can use it power, but it's also an everyone can use it power, if that made any sense. Like it's not everybody has the ability. Like I started watching Black Clover recently and everybody has magic. It's just something that they have.
Yeah, everybody. I do know about that.
Yeah, they're just born with it. Or like how My Hero Academia, everybody's got a quirk.
Yeah,
but it's superpowers. It's not like that. Nen is different than those powers because like everybody has the ability to use it, but not everybody like automatically knows how. It's not just as easy as breathing.
You have to practice it. You have to get better at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And I think that's really unique. I think that's cool because Dragon Ball Z, like not everybody could use the power right off, but
exactly,
it wasn't
if you're a human and a Saiyan, there's different power scales.
Yeah, and it wasn't a very interesting power to start out with.
Right, exactly.
If I'm being completely honest, the power system's just like big, strong, bourgeois yelling.
Yeah, get more powerful as you yell. That is the goal of this right now.
Yeah, but Nen, that just he really took his time with it, and even compared to like his other work, Yu Yu Hakusho, that power system was nothing compared to this one.
Right, and basically when you're getting into the Heaven's Arena arc, you're just learning the basics, starting to learn the basics of it.
Yeah.
There's still even more talks about it and more explanation on it further down the arcs.
Yeah, because you brought up like the 4 major principles, and those aren't even like... Those are just, like you said, the literal basics. You can't even create like a power or what we'd think of as an anime power with just those basics.
Well, other than that, I'm going to agree with you. The power system is amazing. And I like how it was explained also because as the arc went on and Gon and Killua are like expecting to just make it all the way to the top of this huge tower it is,
battle tower.
Yeah, basically the battle tower. And they realize, like, not even halfway into it that they didn't know about this Nen and shit like that. And they were already it was just fucked. Like, Hisoka showed them what really they were lacking.
And I think it was cool how you saw a couple examples of Nen.
Yeah.
Before that, and we just kind of wrote it off as like, oh, well, this is like just powers that people have, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
It's an anime.
Yeah. This is just how it's gonna go.
Like throwing back to Hisoka dissolving the dude's arm. Like that's a prime example of being a transmuter, and he literally just like changed the properties of this guy's arm.
Yep.
At least I think that's how it went. Either way, it was still fucking cool.
Just like
as
his
hell. Bungee gum.
Yeah. It's really good, and all I want to talk about, but I know I don't want to rush into it, is I want to talk about the fight. Either way,
Okay, the fight. And if you've seen it, you know exactly which fight we're talking about.
The fight that almost everyone breaks down and says how great it is. You know, you already get like story development and character development without words being said because it's all in a fight, and yet it was amazing.
Oh, it's absolutely epic. But let's start out with like the first couple fights.
The first couple,
yeah. I mean, the prelims almost. Like from floor like what 1 to 100 or something like that.
Yeah. Wait,
or
was
200?
it 1 to 100?
I think it might have been up to 200.
How many floors are there?
Oh God, there's a fucking lot of floors.
That's why I don't remember how many floors. See, that's the stuff I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how many, but I remember you went up like increments of like 10 or 15. You had to win one fight in the 10s, and then you'd move up, so on and so forth. But I thought that was really cool how like Killua was telling Gon's like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, you know?
Yeah.
And then Killua was like, you open the door, right? To my mansion. He's like, no problem.
You're already stronger than most of these people here.
Just do that. So Gon goes through his first like 20 fights just straight hammer fisting, not even fist, hammer palming people.
Nothing.
And Killua's got his classic karate chop and stuff.
Yeah, that works too. But you know, you can't be as edgy as him, so
yeah.
Either way.
And then you meet this little kid, Zushi.
Mm-hmm.
Zushi.
Os!
Perfect.
I already knew it. I love that, man.
No, Zushi's the man though, and like that was a cool introduction to Nen because it's like obviously Killua was much stronger than him.
Yes.
But for some reason this kid's just
different.
He's getting beat down, but he keeps getting back up.
And
Killua
then finally he tapped into like
he started.
What was that he was tapping into?
It was Ren. That's Ren.
Yes.
And that's
because he was projecting out his aura.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Illumi did to Killua.
And so Killua was thrown off by this,
during the Hunter exam. It fucked with him hardcore.
Yeah. Well, it fucked with me too. Like, I'm beating this kid down, and then he's just staring at me, and all of a sudden, it's like, it changes.
And then the one power you were really, really afraid of.
Yes.
He just pulls out of his ass. And you have no idea what it is. You just think it's like some menacing aura, which it is, but there's way more to it.
Yeah, you can direct it in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting the idea of it. You know, I'm not going to lie, for me, some of this is still hard for me to pick up. I am a Gon in this situation. Sometimes I would be watching and they'd be explaining everything and I'd be having the steam coming out my ears.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
But I'm glad he did it. I'm glad he went through and did that much work.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot less plot holes that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then while finally Gon and Killua become students of the guy that taught...
Wing, yep.
Yep, exactly. Wing, his name, the glasses guy. And that's when you also start to get to learn about the class system.
Yeah.
As well, using the water and leaf tech.
The water divination.
Water divination to find out what you are. And that's when you officially find out like what Gon is, what Killua is, and stuff like that.
What your proficiency is.
Yeah. And I like that. So you just get to learn about everything in this arc, really, at the beginning stages of it. And so... I don't know how I would say it, but like, were you surprised about what Gon was or what Killua was, or did you kind of want him to be something else, you think?
I mean, at the time, as little as we knew about the different types of Nen, I mean, Gon made sense. Enhancer. I mean, if he was anything but an enhancer, that would have been a little ridiculous.
Right.
Especially after Hisoka kind of, I don't remember if it was in that arc, but when he explained like the personality traits go along with Nen types.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, after
Gon,
he
yeah.
Gon, he's the simple, just straightforward dude, which is what the enhancers were.
Right.
I can't even remember what Zushi was. But after seeing what Killua was able to do with being a transmuter,
I thought Zushi was an enhancer too.
He might have been. I wouldn't be surprised if he was, but I have this strange feeling that he was something different.
Right.
You know, if someone out there knows, please let us know, because
we're not the most amazing. We don't know everything. We still go to YouTubers. We watch stuff. We like to keep learning about it. We're not 100% everything.
Yeah, we would have thought we would have done a little bit of research before this.
We did a little bit. Yeah, well, we did a little bit. Yeah.
We watched YouTube videos.
Exactly.
I didn't write a damn thing down.
I did.
Yeah,
and I'm proud of it. But it's not helping me.
Yeah. But back to being lied to about the whole Nen thing. Yeah, so Wing, obviously he couldn't just tell everybody about Nen. So I think he made his decision isn't talked about a lot. The decision to teach two 12-year-olds about Nen.
Yeah, because he was worried.
Well, yeah, wouldn't you be?
You don't want to just teach it to anybody.
No, you have no idea who these kids are going to grow up to be, especially like from looking at Killua. Killua, you definitely could see how he could turn into someone very
He can abuse
evil.
that. Yeah,
he could abuse that extremely. But, you know, he made the decision to go ahead and teach him anyway.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, whether that was right or wrong, I think that you take some balls to make a decision that
I'm going to say in the end, I think it worked out. And then it's not like when Gon didn't, like, he was being selfish, and he, you know, that one time in one of the fights against the Yo-Yo guy. Remember Yo-Yo guy? I call him Yo-Yo guy.
No, I remember Killua using yo-yos. I don't.
No, it's the little things that spin tops. I call him Yo-Yo guy because he just reminded me of it. But he's got the tops. Yeah. And when Gon was facing him and all that stuff, and basically he pissed off Wing because he was literally being selfish.
Yeah, a classic Gon trait is
exactly.
I don't care if I die. I want to win this fight right here, right now.
Oh yeah, and he punished him. So it's like he was being a teacher. You know,
yeah, he was a good
showing
teacher.
him. He's like, you know, that's not how you're going to be. And then I think he restricted him from competing for.
He couldn't use anything but concentrate
for like 6 weeks, right, or something.
I think it was a month, and he couldn't use Nen at all. I think the only thing he was allowed to do was concentrate his ten around his body, which is just like your natural aura.
Okay, yeah,
yeah, but that was all Wing was allowing him to do at that point.
Yeah, but that's great. See, that's a good. I like that part too, and all that he needed to learn.
Yeah, and it was real consequences, and instead of just saying, well. Will the story be boring if Gon isn't allowed to use Nen for a month? He said, well, this is what would really happen, so we're going to work around it and we're going to make it exciting anyway.
Right. And then, so basically, as it goes on, there's also Hisoka fighting in the Heavens Arena. Now, is it explained why he was there as well?
I don't think it was ever actually, like, laid out, explained, but I'm pretty sure it was just because, he's Hisoka. He wants to fight strong people. Yeah. Where else to find strong opponents?
And he didn't expect Gon to be there.
No, I don't think he
that's why I'm being vague. I don't remember.
No, I don't think he expected him to be there. I think he just happened to be there.
Right. Yeah. And he was happy about it.
Oh, yeah, he was ecstatic.
Yeah. Basically, that's why I was saying I don't know where it hit, but that's when they discovered that they were, like, no match to get to the certain level they got to.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was trying to bring up before they learned about Nen itself and all that stuff. But that to me was actually a good moment and all that to see that they're on a whole nother level.
Well, it completely opened up a whole new door.
Yeah.
There was this, normal battle shonen type thing, kind of quirky mind games a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, check out this badass power system. You thought people just could do cool stuff? Well, here's why.
It's not that simple.
Yeah, it's not that simple. And the fact that, like, just exuding your aura at somebody can kill them if they don't have some sort of defense.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty cool. And the scene where Hisoka's sitting in the hallway and you can just, all the colors are flying by.
Oh, yeah, and they were frozen in fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I couldn't really explain it, but that was the part where it was like the oh fuck moment.
Yeah.
And then, is it too early to talk about that guy that was like a rival to Hisoka, or like Hisoka let him live?
Oh,
I forgot his
name.
No,
I wouldn't say it's too early. It's the guy who Hisoka fought before he fought Gon in the Heavens Arena.
Yeah, and he looked like he was a badass.
Well, what it was is I think Hisoka had, like, I don't remember how many wins and losses, but all of his losses for him. Yeah, he just didn't show up. Yeah. And I think he had like 2 times he actually got hit by an opponent.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I'm pretty sure both times was this guy. So he's the only guy to like actually lay a hand on Hisoka in the Heavens Arena. And if he wasn't introduced so early, I mean, he's probably a pretty powerful character.
Yeah,
universe.
he could tell Killua was there even though he was using Zetsu to try to conceal himself. He knew he was standing there. He knows his shit.
And it's not easy to make it that far in Heaven's Arena.
No. Do you know his name? Because I'm drawing.
I can't remember his name.
Oh, this is why I should write that up. But that's what I mean. You got to see this character, and it's with Tagashi. You think like, oh, this may be an important character, and it's just to show that he had a thing against Hisoka. Like, I'm here to challenge you finally, and Hisoka, as you know, beat him
in a super cool way, though. I mean, had his arm cut off and like attached it to fucking the roof with bungee gum. And you could really see Hisoka's power.
Yeah,
that was the first time I think
and he's
you got
smart.
to see bungee
he's
gum
really,
at all.
really smart.
God damn, is he smart.
Yeah.
And like willing, I know we've talked about it before, but like willing to do whatever the fuck it takes. I mean, he probably could have won in a different way, but he's a showman.
Yeah, he's a showman.
He's a showman.
I was say, you got to do the magic tricks and all that stuff, and also embarrass his opponent.
Yeah, what's the point of winning if you don't cut your arm off and then get it sewn back on later?
Yes, exactly. You're not doing it right.
Something that you don't really notice in your first watch through, but after that fight
Yeah.
is the first time we meet anybody from the Phantom Troop.
That's true.
That's actually from the
Manchi.
Phantom Troop. Machi.
Machi. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Machi.
Who I know it wasn't explained in the. I don't think it was explained in the anime. He might have like asked her to dinner or something, but in the manga,
Yeah.
Hisoka straight up asked her to like spend the night with him.
While he was, while she
Yeah,
was
after
fixing him
she's
up.
like sewing him up.
He
and
did that
stuff.
in the anime. Yeah, I don't know about the manga either.
Oh, he asked her to spend the night in the manga, and it was a little toned down in the anime for whatever reason.
Like, cause he. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted some Machi booty.
Oh,
is what he wanted.
He was feeling it.
Yeah, so Hisoka's not. I mean, even if he is a pedophile, he's not just a pedophile. He's also
a straight
into adult
pedophile.
women too.
Yeah.
So there's that. I don't know why I'm defending.
You like Hisoka a lot, man.
I fucking
You
love
can't hide
Hisoka,
from
but
it.
like you can't like defend.
Side
pedophilia.
note, he also like kind of like just bringing up Marvel real quick, likes Thanos. Just saying.
Yeah, no, Thanos
I
did
never-
nothing wrong. He did what nobody else was willing to do, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, back to Hisoka.
Yeah.
Oh, but other than that, I mean, that fight was incredible, but then it eventually leads to the most important fight of the whole arc, and that was Gon finally getting to, fight Hisoka.
Yeah, one thing before that, though, I do want to
one
mention
thing
how
before.
Killua, I think it was funny as hell how he was like, hey, there's nothing else. There's no real cool prize at the end. Just glory. I ain't even going to bother fighting
Yeah,
the 200s.
yeah.
He couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, I forgot to mention
But
that.
he stuck around because his boy was
Well,
still
yeah,
wanted to
because
fight.
he's a bro. That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
it is. He's going to
Absolute
be there
bro.
for his boy. Like we can't say it enough, and I'm going to say it all the time. Killua is amazing. I love him.
Good dude. Good
Yeah, he's a
dude.
great guy.
But let's get to the, I think, the best fight in the anime.
No,
as
I'm
far
going
as,
to
like,
pretty much agree.
Viewing enjoyment, not stakes, not like what it meant to the show, but like just actually watching the fist get thrown.
Yes, we love hand-to-hand fighting.
Yeah,
It's
the Gon Hisoka fight was like top notch, and if I remember correctly, I don't think there was any music in that.
No, what I was trying to explain earlier when I was saying, I brought it up earlier about how they pretty much conveyed a whole story in a fight sequence with no words being said, but noises, punches, and like looks, like eye looks, and like you could tell Gon the whole time. This was his opponent. This was who he had to be, who he is, his rival, his thing he had to take down. Hisoka the whole time was like, I'm gonna play with him and see how well he got.
Yeah, because Hisoka probably could have just beaten him down at any time.
And if you watch the animation, he's just like pushing his fists away. He's just doing the bare minimum. He's like, I'm gonna dance with him, but I'm just gonna do it. And then finally, when Gon actually gets hit in, it's when Hisoka starts taking it a little more serious. Like, oh, okay, you have gotten better, and he starts enjoying it more. And all this happens, and you see the differences, and they start fighting more intense without one fucking thing being said, like most shonens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Where
Yeah,
everyone
you
has,
guys-
after a couple hits, we now have to talk about what we just did and how amazingly different our power has become. Like, they don't have to say anything. All it has to be is fists.
Yeah, it was just a battle, and like you said, nobody had to say anything, and no music, so you were just... It's not like you can say, oh, it was the music that invoked an emotional reaction from you. No, it was just you watching these guys throw
It was
fists.
intense.
And I never noticed that until you brought it up now, and now thinking back on it, you're right.
Yeah.
There was a lot of... you could tell a lot about the characters from just watching them fight.
Remember Gon giving him the badge?
Yep.
He didn't say anything.
Nope.
Once again, he handed it to him. He took it. Like,
But just Gon's determination and Hisoka's such like, I don't really care, I'm here,
Yeah.
I don't take things too seriously. I mean, it was conveyed extremely well just in how they were fighting.
that's all you had to do. That's when you have a great story written thing. Like, that's it. That's great story writing.
Isn't that isn't that when we got the Hisoka swing too?
Yes.
Once he got punched
Oh,
in the
don't
face,
look
we
at
got
me
the
like
swing.
that, Gon.
Yeah, and then it literally, I love
Like-
how on the top of the screen it says the Wayne's World fucking swing. It's like, oh my fucking god, dude.
Yeah, see that took me back, but not gonna lie, it doesn't matter. It was so good.
Oh yeah, no, it was, and that's what I love about Hisoka. It's just he's this breath of fresh air, this comedy, but also being dark. He's a very dynamic character, and he's so fucking weird. I mean, he's like, I've said it before. If you could pick one character in any other anime to plop into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
Hisoka
and nobody would
yeah.
notice,
He
Hisoka.
looks the part.
Yeah, he looks the part. He acts just like a
Imagine
fucking JoJo.
him drawn in with those extra lines, though.
Oh, dude. Much more detailed
Yeah,
and
much
everything.
more
That'd be great, dude. I would kill to see that.
hey, give him a call. Tell him, you're missing out on some important shit out here, man. We want some Hisoka in JoJo.
You gotta call the creator of JoJo and then call Tagashi, who's a super private dude, and be like, hey, I need to get you guys together.
Just come in here, draw him a little bit, and we'll add up the touches.
We can't even get fucking Tagashi to finish Hunter x Hunter, and
we're still waiting on that, by the way.
Yeah, dude.
Have we mentioned that?
Yeah. Hiatus X hiatus.
Oh, God, don't. Yeah, so that fight was incredible, and I mean, I don't even think we're doing it justice, and everyone listening probably has seen it, but just keep watching it.
Yeah, if
we
you
watched it over and over again.
Yeah, watch it on YouTube. Go find that episode.
One of the greatest fights.
We cannot do that fight justice because, like we said, there's no villain monologue. There's no. It's just a badass hand-to-hand
and it takes
fight.
It's like an episode and a half. I looked that up. It's like an episode and a half, and pretty much the whole episode and a half is straight conflict.
Yeah, no, they don't waste a whole bunch of time. There's not a bunch of filler. There's no backstory in the middle.
You were
of the
waiting
fight.
for this moment too, and it was great.
Yeah, there's just Gon flipping fucking floor tiles and punching through them to fuck Hisoka up.
He was using the his pole, right?
I
don't remember if he
used
pole.
He used the pole against the top guy. And then he ran up to Hisoka, and Hisoka's like, "Oh, you're just gonna charge me straight on? That's really stupid. I was expecting more of you." Gon dead stops.
Oh, you're
flips
approaching
the thing
me?
up, and then I can't remember if he punched through it or kicked through it to make debris, and then fucking darted around that. But oh man,
it was good. It was
so fucking cool.
Oh my god.
But I think that brings us to the end of Heaven's Arena.
Essentially, that was the ending of Heaven's Arena. It's like a great climax that would lead into the next arc, which is going to be the York New City arc.
Yeah, real quick, I do like how it was like such a climax, and then it was just like there was nothing after that. It was just dead.
Yeah.
All right, Kilo was like, "All right, you ready to go?" Yep. I'm ready
it's
to
not
go.
like he defeated Hisoka, he beat his enemy, and it's over. No, this is just a little part.
And there was no crazy speech afterwards.
Nope.
There was no fucking anything like that. Gon handed Hisoka the tag.
Yep.
And then they left to go, like, what do you want to do now?
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of cool. Again, back to how organic this show is. It's not like the characters already knew what they had planned and where they were going next.
He still needs to find his dad.
Yeah, Gon, they knew that they were going to meet up in York New City. But other than that, they had like a month or two, so they actually had the characters ask each other what they wanted to do. I think that's really cool. Yeah. And we might as well get it in now. Not that it's part of any arc per se, but when they go back, this is when they go back to the island, right? Yeah, where they go back to Whale Island.
Yeah, because this is how they're finding about Greed Island.
Yeah. They get the box from Jing, and I think what's it like an episode or two? But if you want to talk about
it's a filler in a way, but it's a great filler.
And I think it's canon. So
yeah.
But if you want to consider it filler, then you're right. It's absolutely great filler because you just watched this whole battle arena fucking arc. It's a tournament arc.
And then you get to see what Gon was, where he was living essentially.
Yeah, I mean you got to meet Mito, and I think that's his grandma, right? The old lady. I think that's his grandma. You get to meet him a little bit in like the first episode, but it's nice to see them like actually come back. Yeah, like spend some time and like, hey, look at my new friend. I think that was a really sweet moment.
And then Killua gets to see that all the girls showed him a bunch of things. Gone.
That was later on down the line.
That was later.
That was when he took Palm on a date.
Oh yeah,
because he's like, I've been on plenty of
things.
Yeah, I've been on plenty of dates. Girls used to come to the island and. They taught me things.
Yeah, I was forgetting which part that was.
But I did want to bring that up because I know that, like those two little episodes get lost in the mix when you're talking about the entirety of.
And they're just as important because that's when you find out Gon didn't want to know.
Yeah, and it starts out because like there's no Greed Island arc without him finding the box. Yeah, and you're right too. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but when he talks about his mom. It's like, oh, dude, that made
he says, I already have a mom.
Yeah, man. It's like, oh
damn, that's
made my heart like.
And Killua didn't even know how to respond to that. So.
No, but it was really sweet.
It was
like, and just being a curious dude that I am, I'd have to know. Like, I couldn't do what Gon did.
Well, in a way,
have to know.
It's kind of sad because she also said that his dad was dead.
Remember
that? Yeah, so that's
that's what he thought when he was.
But he still cares, and it's such a sweet thing.
Yeah, it's Gon is a sweet boy. Yeah. He's got a lot of issues, but he's a very sweet boy. All right, but I think that's going to wrap it up for today.
Oh, yeah. So basically, we'll see you for part 2 of the Hunter x Hunter discussion. And as of now, I hope you guys are doing really good. And we'll be seeing you in the next podcast.
Yes, sir. These are the Anime Brothers, and we are signing out.